Welcome once again to Inward Ministries, brought to you by Job Logemere Kasasi. In the previous episode, we talked about understanding the needs of the congregants, and towards the end, I mentioned that we are going to look at it. How does a minister be able to understand the various needs that his or her members are going through? And I remember I said we'll look at it in three parts. The first one was on church segmentation. The second one was on group targeting. And the third one was on individualized positioning. So let's look at church segmentation. Church segmentation is where you group members according to their unique needs. Some of the needs might be similar, or and so that similarity helps you be able to know this one belongs to this group and this one belongs to this other group. And you can segment your congregation by use of very many ways. Very many ways. The first one maybe can be through age groups. So you say that in my congregation we have toddlers, we have children, we have babies maybe, we have young adults, we have the mature age, we have the elderly, or widowers, depending on how and the uniqueness of your congregation. You can also segment, say maybe in my congregation, because we are mainly male and female, so you say the first segment is male, the second segment is female. Or you can use social needs. Okay? We have some of our congregants who belong to the high-end part of the market, and others belong to the low-end part of the market. And all of them come to church and they have specific needs. The poor have needs, the rich have needs. Everyone has a need they're supposed to be met. You can also segment using estates. Maybe you're in a town and your members come from different estates. So you can say estate A, estate B, estate C, and so on. Okay? There are many ways to undertake church segmentation. The key thing that has to be noted as you undertake segmentation is that you are not creating division. That has to be very clear. It's not that you are creating division. Because if you create division, then it will bring favoritism and you'll end up losing. The aspect of segmentation is just to help you be able to know and plan well on which group do you address with which specific purpose. Segmentation will enable you as a minister to meet their specific needs. Therefore, much care and consideration has to be taken to ensure unity prevails. And I'm repeating that. You do segmentation wrong, it will bring division and you will end up losing. Ensure that it is done and done very well. Actually, you can have a team, maybe your pastorate team or your staff or your council members. Let them help you design the best segments. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11, of course we read an aspect of segmentation there. To some, they have been given the gifts of apostles, to some, prophets, to some, evangelists, pastors, teaching, etc. So you can see even in this case that giftings have been used as a way of segmenting, because the needs of apostles are different from the needs of the prophets, which are also different from the needs of evangelists, which are also different from the needs of pastors and etc. So once you have done your segmentation, you now decide, how do I target these members? So let's go to the second aspect, which is group targeting. A successful church segmentation will bring out various groups that require your keen attention. Group targeting will help you come up with good programs for growth. For example, in 1 John chapter 2, verse 12, it gives an example of a segmentation. And the writer says, I am writing to you, little children, because your sins are forgiven for his sake. I'm writing to you, fathers, because you know him who is from the beginning. I'm writing to you, young men, because you have overcome the evil one. Strong, and etc. You can see that each segment has been given an attribute. So the segment you came up with needs to have a specific attribute that will help you know how do you target that group. So segment and target depending on the uniqueness of your congregation, because congregations are different. This congregation might be different from the other one. So use your uniqueness to come up with the best segmentation and target that specific group. The group targeting now looks at the unique strengths and the needs of that group.